My name is Claire, and this is my story. So I didn't grow up in a Christian family per se, and so when I started following Jesus in high school, I didn't necessarily know exactly what he was about. I had a lot of ideas about what he might be about that I got from watching other people's lives or the media, or what I, thought God, if this God was who he says he was, what I thought he might be about. And I think it was hard for me to see in a lot of ways how he was relevant in real life. I've always kind of cared about people and a lot of the brokenness I see in the world. And it was hard for me to figure out, Jesus is supposed to be a good guy, but how does he actually apply and matter in all the things that are going on today? And so when I actually started studying and looking at what his life looked like when he walked around on earth, how did he interact? What did he actually do? I was really surprised by how radical he really was as a human. He, in his time on earth when he was walking around, he was hanging out with people that I didn't think church people would want to be seen around. And he was communicating respect to women in a time when, they weren't much more than property. And he was caring about foreigners and immigrants. And he was loving and healing people with disabilities in a way that was so intimate and so personal. For every person he talked to, that love and care was so individual and one-on-one. And I kind of found myself realizing I really like this guy. I like Jesus and his personality and who he was and how he did things. And so as I started to think about this, I realized, maybe the way he lived and the way he loved is something I want to be a part of. Maybe he really is relevant in the way that he loved people to the way that we should be loving people. As someone who cared about people and serving people anyway, I think at first I had a hard time figuring out how Jesus was relevant to that whole picture. I could love and serve people on my own. What did he matter? And I had a friend say to me one time, it would be kind of like building a house without ever looking at the architect's plans. You just throw up whatever feels good and whatever seems right at the moment. And when there's really a better way this could be done in a cohesive way. And I liked the way Jesus loved people. I liked the way he cared about me and he cared about the world so intimately and so personally. And so in a lot of ways, it's really freeing to do it alongside Jesus, because there's no pressure on me to have all the answers and know what to do all the time, but to partner with someone who loves the world a lot more than I ever could, and work alongside the ministry that he's already doing. And at the same time, that's very challenging, because the way Jesus loved was messy. He didn't just throw money at issues or, volunteer once a month. He got involved in people's lives and community. He lived alongside them in a way that it wasn't, just about, oh, I'm going to serve you. It's about we're together in this in community and moving through it together. And I think that's really radical and cool. And in a lot of ways, I think Jesus is calling me to that life and to that kind of service. And I think he may be calling his church to that life and that kind of service as well. So this past summer, I had an awesome chance to start laying the foundations of learning what it might look like to love and serve people the way Jesus may have. I had a chance to move into a low-income apartment complex with a few other college students, inhabited primarily by Central American immigrants, and partner with the ministry there that really challenges my cynicism in the way that they moved into a neighborhood and learned to love people as neighbors and friends. And any ministry that they do comes from that love and that mutual respect and understanding. I don't know what the future holds, and I don't know exactly what this will look like, but I'm excited to keep seeking Jesus' heart for his people and his world, and partnering with him in that mission and seeing where that takes me.